What's going on, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. If you are new here, my name is Jasmine. Go ahead and hit the subscribe, like, comment, and share button. Today I'm gonna be doing my everyday full makeup, hair, skincare, all the goods routine so we can get this turned into this. So if you're ready to stay tuned and watch to see the full transformation, let's get into it. Alright, so for on my off days, I usually just throw my hair back in a slick back bun so I don't have to deal with it. And right now in California, it's in its high 90s, so I just cannot deal with the heat. But for today's purposes, I'm going to go ahead and do my extensions. These extensions I got are from Doris Extensions. I have them linked in my TikTok shop bio. I'll make sure I link everything below for you guys. These clips are super comfortable, super easy to install. So I like to do my hair first, so we're gonna go ahead and install all the extensions in my hair. Now, these are about 20 to 22 inches of real hair silky extensions and really soft clips. So let's go ahead and section my hair off and start plugging these girlies in. First, I'm gonna spray a little bit of the heat protectant. I like to use this brand I cannot pronounce, but it's on Amazon, also linked in my storefront. It's really good. I have already had this for a few months and it's barely right here. Use it every time I'm gonna put heat in my hair. And I have no split ends. So I start off with the smaller clips at the bottom and then kind of make my way up towards the top with the longer clips and then the smaller ones on each side. I got all my extensions in. I'm gonna go ahead and start using my Hot Tools 1.5 inch curler and just go through all the curls and curl every single piece. Come back. So it gives it that curtain effect and volume. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed through and cut to the other side and come back so we can get started on the makeup. Wow, now that the hair is done, let's go ahead and get into makeup. All right, so you guys already know the key to getting dentless curtain bangs is just pinning them back with a dentless clip. You can get them from TJ Maxx, Amazon, the mall, wherever you can find them. And the first thing I want to get into is my moisturizer, and I go with my Holy Grail CeraVe. I have really sensitive skin, and I find this is the only one that's gentle on it, my favorite. And I get a pretty good amount because obviously the key to glowing perfect skin is just to have really good moisturizer. But while that's going ahead and soaking in, I'm going to show you guys my skincare. I keep it really simple. I know I probably should add a couple more things since I'm getting a little older. I'm 34, so I know I need to add a little bit more of a skincare products to help maintain if I get like wrinkles and things like that. But I really fell in love with these Medicube Zorb Pore Zero Pore Pads. These work really well for maintaining blackheads, whiteheads, pimples. It helps even out your skin tone, and it's just really refreshing every time I use it. First, if I'm wearing makeup, I use the makeup wipes, wash my face, then take a shower, wash my face again in the shower, and I also use the CeraVe foaming cleaning wash. I don't have one on me right now, but it's in the shower. And then after that, when I'm all dried up, brush my teeth, all that good stuff, I go ahead and do the Medicube Pore Pads, and it's so cute. It comes with these little tweezer-like, so you can pull out one at a time. Make sure you read the directions because one side you need to use first and then the other side, but this has really changed my skin and I am like super grateful for it. And this is like my second time buying it and it's lasted me already a pretty long time. And for the girlies out there that really love pimple patches, I highly recommend the Good Modules pimple patches. They come with a lot more than your typical brands. So if you guys haven't already, please try this one. They're really invisible and they stick really well to your skin. All right, let's get started in makeup. If you guys saw my two videos before, I showed you guys everything that was in my makeup bag. You guys were asking for a tutorial on how to do everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my foundation. This is a Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the color 312 Golden Door. Wow, I'm like really shaking. So I usually switch between 312 and 310. Right now it's summer color. I went to Palm Springs about 2 weeks ago, or Indio 2 weeks ago, and obviously got a little bit tanner, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that product there. I feel like this year has been really fun. Like, I feel like every month either me and my boyfriend go and do something like a staycation, or me and the kids do something with them. Like, every month has been really fun and just something to look forward to. So it's September and I'm really leaning towards like a camping trip. Also, I kind of just drip out a little bit on my brush here. Oh, that came out really quick. Okay, so once I get it on my brush, I kind of like to do like little dots around my face so I can make sure that it gets spread throughout. And then once it pretty much looks like this, I kind of just start beating my face with the brush. So I just like to do the pink here and a little bit of shimmer on there, get about that much on my brush. And I'm just gonna pat it on my eyelid first, like so. Get a little bit more of the darker pink, because when you blend it out, it's all look better. I just find pink, like an orange and red, looks really good on my skin. But I had my phases when I started doing makeup. I was in the red phase, and then I started in the orange phase, and now I'm in the pink phase. So I know with me continuing to do my makeup videos and my beauty videos on TikTok, I'm gonna get more used to using different colors and doing eyeshadow. A little other fun fact, when I did go to beauty school, I also attended a makeup school after that, so I'm pretty familiar on how to do some makeup trends, or makeup looks. I just get nervous that it's not gonna come out really well. But anytime that you blend upwards, it's just gonna bring that effect that your face is lifted higher, and that's what we all want, right? We want to just look really tight and really high. Okay, next I'm gonna be going in with the Skin Correct from Dior concealer. This is in the color 3N, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it right under my eye. I feel like the applicator gives me the right amount where it's not too much, but it's perfect for just one eye. And I kind of get it as close to the waterline as possible, but obviously you don't want to go inside. And then I bring it up, so just diagonally up, oops, and a little bit towards down the nose here. Dry it for about 10 seconds. I like to go in with this setting brush. You can use this for your powder, but I like to do this to do the same motion with my foundation, and just do like patting motion and go in the inner corner. You see how it kind of like goes in the corner? That's why I really like this brush. And immediately you have to make sure you set it with some powder. I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Banana Bread Easy Bake Powder. You wanna get this much on your powder puff here, and then just tap like that on your hand. This allows it to get an even finish under your eye or wherever you're applying it to. So now it looks like this. And you just go ahead and apply it. I don't blend it in too much so it'll have a light bake to it. So it'll look like so. All right, so now that everything's set in place, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the bronzer. I like to use the Anastasia bronzer in the color Mahogany. Looks like this, and that's the color there. And this is how it looks inside. As you can tell, I really love this bronzer. It's super lightweight and just really easy to blend, and I just really love the color on me. So I just like to use a little powder brush, something like that, but I know there's other options and other ways to do it, but this is just what works for me for now. And obviously I'm gonna be testing out different things, so just if you have any ideas or suggestions, again, let me know in the comments below. So I usually start in the middle of my forehead and kind of just go down a little bit. Make sure I blend, because if you don't blend, you'll look crazy. So start off right here in the middle, go down to the bone right here, the temple, and then start going down to your cheekbones. And I don't go, when I blend, I don't go down. You want to blend where it's like a flicking motion up, because remember, the goal is to always have everything higher, because if you do anything lower, it's just gonna drag your face structure down. Okay, and then I like to apply some on my nose here and here. Now we're done with bronzer. I like to go in with my blush, so let's go ahead and grab that. So right now I'm loving the One Size Fat Ass color. The first one is the Twerkalicious Rosebud and BBL. So this is how it looks. So this is like more of like the liquid paste type of blush, then the powder, and then your highlighter. So I'm gonna go in with this one first with a separate brush. I don't really take off the excess on this because I like blush, so we're gonna go ahead and leave whatever's on there. And I like to start right here on the cheek apple. But look how pretty that is. Obsessed. I know it's a lot, but we're gonna blend it. I'm gonna blend it out. I like to put on the bridge of my nose, like that. Then I'm gonna go in with a thicker powder brush here and get the one in the middle, like that. That one I'll do a little dusting off. And same motions, kind of like a blending motion. Should I add a highlighter? I think for this look, we're gonna have to add highlighter. And get the bottom, a little bit excess, a little bit on the nose there. Ooh, cute. And a little bit right here. You don't want to go like straight up. I like to go just like right there on the tip of my cheekbone. So I feel like that just looks really, really pretty. And before, like back in the days, we used to add a little bit right here on the brow bone. So we're just gonna do it a tiny, tiny bit. Who remembers that? And then right here on the lip, do you guys remember that? Oh, we were crazy. We were crazy for that. So when it comes to the makeup, last but not least is the eyebrows. And then we're gonna have to do on lash extensions, and then we'll put everything together. All right, before I get started on my eyebrows, I'm gonna be using the Laneige sleeping mask for my lips. I know it's a sleeping mask, but you know what? We're just gonna use it as I'm doing the rest of my makeup look to get it nice and moisturized. So pretty, but that's how it looks. So the eyebrow gel that I use is from Anastasia, and this is in the color Ebony. It's a dip brow, and it looks like this. My eyebrows have definitely grown a lot more in the last few years, so I don't really need to fill in too much. I just like to give it a little bit more of that arch shape and a little bit more length. So let's go ahead and get started in filling in those eyebrows. So you can get any angled brush. This is from e.l.f. It has like the angled skinny tip here and just like the little eyebrow brush on the other side, so you can just use both. Obviously you want to brush out your eyebrows first, and then I just get a little bit on. I like to get like angle it on both sides, and then I still like to pinch it off to make it more angled, if that makes sense. So it's to pinch it to make it skinny, and then just a little excess off of the brush so it doesn't look so harsh when you're applying it. I like to start right underneath the curve right here and go back, just so that I'm not putting the first amount of eyeshadow like right underneath that line right there. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and just make that definition line, give it a little length at the end. So it looks like so, nothing too crazy, right? And then I just like to blend it with the little spoolie so it looks like that. Okay, now that both my eyebrows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my eyelash extensions off camera, but I'm gonna be using the Wosher brand from the TikTok shop. And these have really pretty flare lashes. I'm super excited to test these out. So if you guys are looking for like the tutorial on how I apply these, please head to my TikTok now and you guys can purchase them there as well. Okay, now that my lashes are applied, make sure you guys check out my tutorial on my TikTok. I just applied a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes along with a little bit of pink eyeshadow just to help bring everything together. This is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. And then I'm just gonna pull out these little hair clips. For me, I just like to pull a little bit of my hair to the side because for me, I get like anxiety when too much hair is in my face. And I'm gonna show you guys the oil and products that I use just to help keep my hair nice and soft and silky. Okay, so this is the hair oil that my boyfriend put me on. It's Fairy Oil, and this is, let me read it to you guys, 100% natural ingredient. So this contains grapeseed oil, tea tree oil, and peppermint oil. So I just put a bunch on my hand, rub it, and put it throughout my scalp when I'm doing a treatment. But once I'm done doing my hair, I just also grab a little bit more, just like that, and then rub. And I normally just try to put this on the top of my hair where it's more of just like my natural hair, just like that. Help keep all the flyaways down. And then the excess you can just kind of run through the rest of your hair and extensions. And then I go in with my Eco Gel, just a little bit like that, and place it down on the side because I just like a really light, nice, sleek look when I do my hair. And again, I just run that through, just get any flyaways away, because obviously when this dries up, it's still gonna like not look so wet. But yeah, that's pretty much my everyday full-on makeup, hair, skincare tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I can't wait to see you guys next time on the next one. Love you.